This is a real quick down and dirty video on the dialed archery bow sight. We're going to talk about the things that I think need help and a few of the things that I think are cool. And we all know those things, I think, already just through their advertisement. My biggest complaint so far is, and worrisome in the woods, is here is the lock to lock the dial from turning. Right now it's currently locked. I can grab the side of it, and it has basically a yard and a half, almost 2 yards of play in it while it's locked. And when I unlock it, it's stiff, which is cool because it'll keep that stiffness as it goes down, but still, you can hear it. Listen to it. It has about a yard and a half of play in the dial. For a $500 setup, that's something I think needs work on. Two, I think that the level is great on the top. I think it's super cool. It definitely works. I think it helps after you get used to it. But I think the level is too small, and I think the color of it is too light, so it makes it harder to see. Three, as a dovetail setup, when you set your set screw, my finger right there, set your set screw, it's always going to leave these indentations into the dovetail itself, whereas maybe on a Spot Eddy XL, it has the little dimple in there, so it's not just constantly marking it up and making a new mark. And I think this could have holes in it, to kind of lighten it up just a little bit. Overall, I like things that are heavy. I think they last better, but you could probably shed, it's got a giant hole right here. I don't know why we wouldn't have holes here too to kind of lighten it up. The fourth complaint would be, no matter what time of day it is, whether it's super sunny out or not, overall, this is a pretty low light pin, contrasting to like a black gold or a Spot Hog. So I don't ever see myself ever running this with this closed. Even when it's completely sunny out and the sun's where it needs to be when I'm shooting, I still have a hard time seeing that pin. I mean, look how dark it is right there. Get a little bit of a zoom on. All the way closed, all the way open. So overall, I don't think that's a very bright pin. That's the bigger size pin too. What I do like is the side of the pin right here goes all the way to the back of the mag. So if you're torquing your bow a little bit, you can kind of see that. So I think it helps you correct it. This being on a slant, it's going to get you longer yardage, wicked cool. And then you can switch the switch tape from the inside to the outside, or have these rings for different arrow setups. Very cool. Obviously a very innovative company, but they have a lot of overhead, so the startup cost is right there, I think. The whole thing's moving, and it's $500. I've owned all the top line sights, all the ones that are $300 plus. I would say that is my biggest complaint for the sight itself. And maybe that, setting your first and second axis and stuff like that is a little tricky. For someone like me who tinkers a lot, it's not that big of a deal, but for someone else that hasn't tried to set a first, second, and third before, it might be a little bit on the more complicated side, or finicky. Not complicated, but finicky. But overall, the fit and finishes are very nice. I think they're really on to something with a lot of the stuff, and I'm kind of wishing I would have waited till the second generation came out and they worked a few more of the bugs out, but that's okay. Overall, I think it's a great site, but I would be very wearisome about this, and I have emailed them about it, and I want to see if they're going to warranty it, tell me some special way to tighten it, or whatever it is, because in a hunting situation, I don't want to have to set it, walk 10 feet, and worry about that thing moving 2 yards. But overall, pretty cool site. I like it.